Hello and welcome back to step-by-step guitar tuition.com. This is the 5th lesson in the Step 3 module for improvers. In this lesson we're going to look at two new string bending techniques called release bending and choke bending. And then we'll look at how you can use those techniques to improve your improvising skills. Don't forget to refer to your lesson notes for more useful information. Before we begin, I'll demonstrate the new lead guitar technique that's going to feature in this lesson. The first technique is called a release bend and it sounds like this. And the second technique is called a choke bend and it sounds like this. You should already be familiar with string bending as we looked at it in the previous module, but if you're still not sure, then I'd recommend going back to the beginners module for a recap before you continue with this lesson. Okay, first of all, let's take a look at the release bend. I'm going to demonstrate this on the 3rd string at the 14th fret. Start by bending the string as normal but without actually plucking it. To keep the strings quiet, lay the palm of your hand across the strings and that'll mute them while you bend the string. So push the string up but don't pluck. When you feel that you've bent the note to the right position, pluck the note and release the bend. So again, push the string up, mute the strings out with the palm of your hand, pluck, release. Push up, pluck, release. This is an awkward technique to master because your instinct tells you to pick the string before you bend it. But with practice it could add interest to your style. Remember to practice on all strings using all fingers and right across the fingerboard, and finish by applying vibrato when the string is in its natural position. Now let's look at the choke bend. Start by plucking the string and then bending upwards until you reach the correct pitch, and then lay the palm of your plucking hand across the string to choke the note like this. So pluck the note and bend and then choke the note with the palm of your hand. Again, pluck the note, bend and choke. Alternatively, you can do that with your first finger on the 12th fret, either pull down or push up. So if I try pushing up, pluck, bend up and mute. Or I could pull the string down. Again on the 14th, pluck, bend, choke. Or with my first finger. Again, remember to practice on all strings using all fingers and right across the fingerboard, and also try to combine it with the release bend technique. So now let's try to incorporate all those techniques into our improvising. Also don't forget to use sliding, hammers, pull-offs, vibrato, all those techniques that we looked at in the previous steps. For this first example I'll use an A major pentatonic scale up at the 14th fret over the following chord sequence, which you'll find in your lesson notes. I'm going to feature 14th and 16th fret bends, also 17th fret on the B string. I'm going to do bending variations, choke bends, release bends, and I'll put a lot of those in so you can get an idea of how they should sound. Remember, you can play the notes in any order, you can repeat notes, and you can play it as fast or as slow as you like. Okay, let's have a go. So now that you have an idea of those bending techniques and you can hear how effective they can sound, it's up to you to practice improvising in as many different keys as possible and using all the different scales and techniques that you've learned so far. As we progress through the step-by-step syllabus, you'll learn more lead guitar techniques which you can use to add interest to your improvising. You can find the chord sequences that we played over today in the notes that accompany this lesson, and you'll also find longer versions of the backing tracks to improvise over on the step-by-step website. I look forward to seeing you in lesson 6, where we'll look at palm muting with power chords. Until then, happy improvising.